Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Vaccines! I don't have one, and I want one. You know, I have never in my life been jealous of people with asthma. Now, I've been working out for years to stay healthy, and I'm gonna die because Uncle Wheezy gets the magic virus killer because he can't make it up a flight of stairs without blowing out a lung lobe. Or the elderly. God, we fight age like crazy, and now I wish I hadn't moisturized. I need someone to make me a fake ID so I can get vaccinated. Yeah, no, I'm 95. Come on, man, I'm tier 3B. I need it, man. I will do anything you want for some Moderna, man. Anything. Just give me the first shot. So, after the last year of the raging inept cluster Trump.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light.
Safety first.
We are now getting to a place where we can get vaccinated. Eventually. Because Rancid Orange didn't order enough vaccine for the country that he was supposed to be leading. So, we're gonna have to wait. And then there are 20 million doses missing. You know, we need to strip search Jared and check his man purse, because you know he has one. So, here we are. Whereas some of the world dealt with COVID with responsibility and science, we, here in America, we used ignorance, denial, and a random coin flip. Yeah, sure, let's try injecting disinfectant. 500,000 dead. So here's where we are. We have 3 different vaccines available soon. However, because of the amazing response from Sweet Potato Hitler and his crew of dingleberries and dipshits, we gave the virus more than enough time to weapon up and come up with a couple of variants like this one. This is B.1.526, and it is twice as infectious and possibly more deadly. The mutation in this variant that is frankly scaring the shit out of Ebola is called E484K, and it gives the virus the ability to kind of slip past some of the body's immune response. That's awesome, right? It's like the virus now is a bouncer opening the back door of the club, man. Yo, come on in, man. Sneak past some monoclonal antibody treatments. I got you.
How you doing? Good. What's up?
A VIP booth in the lungs, man. We gonna tear this up. So yeah, good game, everyone. So between not being elderly and not being brutally sick with a chronic condition, I'm so damn healthy, I'm probably gonna die. I would like to thank all of those that believe that Bill Gates is using the vaccine to implant a chip into you, because he is, and you shouldn't get vaccinated. Plus, it's all a plandemic anyway, right? I mean, it's a hoax.
It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
And the virus is just fake news. Instead, to be honest with you, here's the secret. We just sent 500,000 people into witness protection over the last year. You morons keep believing that because I want a shorter vaccination line. And we all know that Bill Gates has zero to do with the vaccine. He couldn't get Windows to work right for a decade. And to you who deny science, while you are taking diabetes medication that you ordered on a cell phone that can send email magically across the planet while you record video that you edited and made yourself look like a mouse, then sent that to your wife with an imaginary background that you picked out with one button to tell her how your stainless steel hip replacement is healing because you can diagnose it by the Bluetooth that's implanted in your hip. That science fucking-vented. Keep denying it. By the way, science will save your life if you let it. Elon Musk, on the other hand, might be trying to kill us so he doesn't have to take us all to Mars. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. God, I hate being locked up. I want that shot, baby. I want that shot. Give me that shot. Maybe they sell it out of a trunk of a car. Like those guys that drive around with speakers. Yo, man, you want some vaccine? Yeah, I do. because he can't make it to the second floor without blowing out a lung lobe. Sorry, lung lobe. Yeah, fuck you. Everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. We have a lot to talk about this week. With me, as always, the brilliant and insightful Bombshell Ray.
I haven't been with you, as always. I've been away for a week. Yeah. But what's up, people?
And also, to bring it, the Highlander.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. This is a week. We can start. Let's start at Texas. Got chilly, and the fucker shut down.
Yeah.
I was going to do an Armageddon update about that, and then I realized I'm tired, so I want to do about the vaccines because at least there's hope in the end of it. So Ted Cruz did CPAC today. This is Friday. We're doing this, and he came out after people froze to death in Texas. How many houses?
10,400 plus homes have burst pipes.
Mm-hmm. So that's thousands and thousands of dollars that people don't have.
And those are all those homes without power and water for a long time.
And that's like kids froze to death. Ted Cruz gets up CPAC and he goes, "Hey, it's good to be here in Orlando. Hey, it's not as nice as Cancun." And I'm like, how do you just dance on the grave of people that elected you?
Yeah. You're not allowed to joke about that.
Yeah,
no way.
I don't understand.
Can we talk about
how does he
this as well? Did you see the 6 foot tall statue of Trump
at CPAC?
Golden statue
No.
of him in flip flops and shorts.
Wait, American flag shorts, which violates the American flag code.
Yeah, but also, when has he ever worn
Shorts.
flip flops and shorts?
Please don't. Let's never have him wear flip flops and shorts. God, please, God, no. God, no.
I would kind of love to see
Does the foot hair have like a yellow comb
it's all
over?
combed
It's all
over.
like
He combs his foot hair from his ankle.
combs it around his leg. Comes down his leg.
Then also, I was telling you today, some of the, like, you can go to different, whatever they're called, seminars or whatever, meetings, whatever.
Cult meetings.
Yes,
Cult
and
meeting.
it's indoctrinations.
There you
and
go.
The titles of them are like where Trump is taking the Republican Party, or how the election was stolen and what the Democrats did to run away with it. It's like all this crazy. Yeah.
But I have a
Regurgitating
question. Who funds CPAC? Because what it seems to me, just to be clear, this is the mindset of these morons. The man lost the House, the Senate, and the presidency, started an insurrection. We have never had one. The Confederate flag was walked through the halls of Congress, and they're like, "This is our guy." Like, how dumb. Like, he lost you everything. He did nothing on infrastructure, nothing on healthcare. Let's just go with the stats, man. Again, I always say no points on the board, motherfucker. So did Trump just go to use that $230 million and go, "I'm paying for CPAC this year"?
I would like, who is funding?
Yeah, because why would a group that's supposedly going to promote the Republicans be like, "Yeah, this is our guy"?
Right.
I don't understand it. Like, so did Trump just write them a check out of the $230 million dollars that he got to defend?
20 million COVID vaccines.
To defend 20 million. Yeah,
Oh.
Jared
funded the.
Jared,
Well, there
that's
was
right.
a story done. It's older now, so this has probably changed. But a few years ago, Bloomberg did a story on it, and it said that it was underwritten by the NRA.
Like, that's not going on now.
Of course.
That's I would bet you're right now. I'm
Do you
going to keep
remember?
looking. No,
Do you
NRA
remember
is
when
broke.
so a couple years ago when the NRA underwrote? Do you remember the entire thing was about guns and the NRA?
I didn't.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell came out and barely could barely raise a
2015
rifle over his head. He was like, "Meh." He was like bench pressing.
I don't know.
Like, it was his max. And look, there's a video of him. He's like,
In 2015, that was his bench max. 1.5 pounds.
Thank God there's no ammo in it. 'Cause I couldn't.
In 2015, I wasn't paying as much attention. I was still had hope.
Innocent,
and
yes.
I was
Right,
happy.
yes.
And I thought that we all had a future.
My psychosis
and
hadn't infected you yet.
What were we talking? I would love to know. I mean, certainly we must have.
Obama. We were like everything was fine. 2015, it was good.
Did I think it was fine?
Yes, because you thought Hillary was going to be president.
In 2015, I did?
Yes, because she was starting to run, yes.
I need to go back and listen to Innocent Me and see if
Yeah,
I really
right.
was. I
glimmer
seriously.
of hope.
We're all going to, I'm not going to go back because I'll cry.
You'll be the same. You'll be exactly the same, I think.
Was I going rah? Was I going rah back then too? Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah, you've been rah forever.
At least I'm consistent.
Just different things.
The good news about me, like me or hate me, you know what's going to happen when you hit the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it says that this year his allies have funded CPAC. So his buddies.
So he bought CPAC.
Evangelicals, maybe?
Yes. No, I think his buddies with money. Oh my gosh, they have a Friday panel on unreasonable search and seizures by the former Trump campaign official and National Diversity Coalition for Trump, Daryl Scott. Remember him, the pastor that's under FBI investigation?
Oh.
That's the thing too.
The one where they found child porn? Did they find child porn on this guy?
Yes.
Yeah. So, wait, you know what? These guys are so dumb. So that guy's going to run unlawful search and seizure. Hey, my child porn is my child porn, bro. Like, what's your stance on that? Like, what? Like, how do you back that up?
And that's what's great too. Now that he owns the Republican Party, everyone that's speaking is indicted.
Everyone is speaking is indicted, as in an indicted moron.
Yes. Okay. In two ways. So here's an example. Ace Specialties, which is his go-to vendor for campaign paraphernalia, his swag. It is listed
That's a person?
as a supporting sponsor of CPAC. This firm coincidentally was paid $16.1 million by Trump's 2020 campaign and $35.3 million by the campaign's fundraising committee. So
basically he just ran. So Trump bought CPAC.
Yes.
Holy shit, guys, be clear of this. So I'm wondering why would these guys back this guy who's the biggest loser in American history? Like, there is no points on the board. Nothing the man did worked or succeeded. Why would these guys back him? Because he paid for the hotel rooms and the banquet
this is
hall.
what I was doing in the bathroom this morning. I'm very frustrated by this, and I told him he keeps giving us answers, but it still doesn't it doesn't answer it for me. I can't deal with the idea.
You can't get your fingers around why.
I just can't even talk it. Like, I can't even get my words out. That it's this guy. And then after the insurrection, that these people would still back him, knowing that backing him is going to completely stop their presidential hopes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because usually CPAC is where they start grooming them and introducing them.
The new crop.
I think it comes down to, as we just proved, follow the money. I guess I used to think he had something on them, but it would be, at one point, you would just say, I'm not going to do this anymore. Fuck this guy. I'm going to turn him in. I'm going to stand for something. But money.
He makes them money.
Money, yes. People will do a lot for. And that's why they're not backing off. They want to hold on to the base, because the dumb base will give them money.
Okay, but...
If a million people give you $10, how much is that?
$10 billion. That kind of starts to make some sense to me.
Money.
But is it just that he's so good at raising money? Because why wouldn't they just go do it on their own?
Stealing money.
No. Yeah, he's good at stealing money. He told that $230 million he raised, he told it was to defend the election.
Okay, I guess I'm going I'm a little deeper than that, in that why do people give him money rabidly?
It's dumb people give him money. So you got to understand, this company is not giving Trump money. Trump's giving them money to run CPAC for Trump, and there's a gold statue of Trump. Like, there's every biblical don't has been broken.
Let me just tell you really quickly about that statue. The artist is a California-based artist, and he actually created the statue in response to multiple pieces of art that mocked Trump, like the one of him on the toilet. The one of him on the toilet is what gave him the idea of doing this one. 2 years ago, when I saw all those statues of naked Trump and Trump on a toilet, I said, you know what? I can do better. And he told CNN this as people were gathering around the statue. He said that the piece on display at CPAC is actually the fiberglass mold. There's a real stainless steel sculpture currently being stored in a warehouse in Tampa, where it awaits a potentially high-profile showcase. He says it is museum quality, and that's the one I'm hoping to eventually get into the Trump library.
Museum quality.
He said it about his own statue.
Shorts and the flip-flops.
Yeah. That's a direct quote. It is museum quality.
Can you imagine your
What
life
museum?
being
Trump Library.
Look, shoot for your dreams. Reach. But
right.
the Trump Library?
Never give up.
Yeah. I mean,
I
but,
love that
I'm
he
just
just
saying.
started laughing
I'm just saying,
instantly.
pick a goal, but the Trump one day, this will be in the Trump Library.
My shorts
With
and-
the guy sitting on a toilet. Actually, Trump sitting on a toilet
Yeah.
in the Trump Library, because that's how big the library will be. And he'll just be tweeting
Right.
near books.
Adjacent. Book adjacent.
Yeah, there won't be books in the Trump Library.
Also, here's another one. Turning Point. There's some other people speaking, like Jenny Beth Martin of the Tea Party Patriots. She was from a group that helped organize the protests. She is going to be speaking with another conservative attorney named Cleta Mitchell, who's a dark money operative. She was the one that was on the call with the Georgia Secretary of State. Then there's a group. It's really high level, game changing. Good
Republicans, conservatives.
Yes.
Right. Mitt Romney's not there?
No.
Liz Cheney?
No. Also, Ben Sass.
Not there.
Turning Point USA, a
Adam
nonprofit
Kinzinger?
conservative student group. No, that flourished under the Trump administration. They're also a supporting sponsor. Of course, they're a nonprofit. Turning Point Action is one of the groups that has been linked to organizing the protests in D.C. on January 6th.
Proud Boys.
Conservative media outlets are also among some of the biggest sponsors of CPAC. Fox Nation is a big one of the top corporate sponsors.
Really? So it's basically Trump bought CPAC.
Then Real America's Voice. It's a rebranded conservative media site and TV network that is operated through Performance One Media that distributes Steve Bannon's War Room show.
Wow.
They're also responsible for live streaming Trump rallies. It's pretty. I mean, you can go down and connect every single one to
his like super fan group.
Yeah,
His-
and guys he made money for.
that. You can
That's
see
it.
money going in back
Yeah.
and forth to each other. It's really interesting. So why?
So it's money.
But why? Okay. So if I'm getting you right,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Republicans. Nobody cares if they lose the power if they have the money. But so I know we're all concerned about like, well, why would they keep this guy? He's not helping.
Yeah.
They don't fucking want to help. They don't want to help. It's just money. Mitch McConnell, it makes it $197 a year. He's worth $30 million. His wife is connected to one of the biggest shipping magnates in China. It's all money. These motherfuckers don't give a shit about America. And the reason they don't care, it proves in the legislation that's coming up right now, this whole COVID relief thing. These guys don't want you to make $15 an hour. $15 an hour is $31,200.
Right.
Do you know if we offered somebody to work for us for $15 an hour, we would get laughed out? I feel bad because of COVID. He's getting what he's getting, and he's making more than $15 an hour.
you would have already had a couple raises.
Yeah,
after
had we
COVID.
yeah, thank you.
Every time we want to give you a raise, we discuss it, high five, and open a bottle of wine and enjoy the evening.
That's not true.
And I cry a wine tear.
Yeah, we're always like, we want to give him.
No, we're going to be back in a couple minutes. I mean,
Okay, so let's-
but I'm just saying that they just proved. Let me finish it. They proved that they don't give a fuck about the American people. They just don't. They don't want 50. By the way, it's not $15 tomorrow.
Right.
I know.
It's $15 in like 20 years.
2025. So it goes up to $940, I think, right away. Then it goes to like $1180. Then it goes to $12. Then it goes to $14. Then it goes to $15. By 2025, they're not. So none of these corporations, and if you look at the profits, what corporations made profit-wise since 1994, because it hasn't gone up since 1994. Be clear, 1994 or 2004. Is that right? Look it up.
I thought it went 2009
2004
is when it went to 750. But
That was
from
2004. It's like 14 years, 15 years. So 94 would be crazy. That'd be because I know it wasn't $7 in 1994. But they don't care. They don't want you to make money. And
Well, it's by state, though. You mean the federal?
what people
but
don't-
some
yes.
states have done.
states like the states. are up to-
2009, July 24th, 2009. It was raised from
so it was 11.
$6.55 to $7.25
to win a
per
little
hour.
bit. Yeah. 2009.
655 to 725. Wow. Everybody
77.
bought a plane. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting I'm
extra
gonna buy an apartment building now.
Here's my question. By the way, there's some news today in the moratorium on evictions.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Why him though? You're still not telling me that, because he has proven to be caustic and dangerous. And why not get another?
Because there's no
person.
other billionaires. And if they had another guy that could wrangle money like he can, for some reason, the guy he has mastered the ability to con people out of money. He's mastered it.
Who's willing to cheat?
And yes,
that far.
he doesn't give a there's no line he won't cross.
And we've seen why, because he gets away with it every time.
Yeah, well, Bannon started that wall. We're going to build the wall because the government won't thing. They raised $20 million or $10 million, and Bannon spent $1 million of it on himself.
It was more than that, and then Trump pardoned him. It was
it's that stuff.
All that money disappeared. And then,
so what happened now in New York is that the SDNY or someone's going after Bannon because it's a state crime too.
did you see? And I know we're jumping all over
we're
the
jumping.
place
We have more
because
to
we
go.
haven't seen each other in a week as well. But did you see that Cy Vance hired the attorney that prosecuted the Gambino crime family
Awesome.
case?
Awesome. Good.
Oh, how perfect.
Al Capone was a murderer and a vicious bastard who did racketeering and corruption, and they got him on a RICO statute. They got him on taxes. You know, you can't. And yesterday they just got 1 million pages of tax returns
And financial disclosures.
from 2009 to 2019.
They were turned over. Yes, they said millions of pages. Anyway, I just thought him hiring that attorney and it being that, he won against a massive crime family? Oh.
So you know what? I think we just nailed it, because we have been concerned about this for 4 or 5 years. Why this guy? Why this guy? And I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to money. I mean, that's the simple. I mean, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah,
money.
he
pays people enough money to help him do what he wants to do.
Okay, I couldn't remember his name. Mark Pomerantz. He prosecuted John Gotti.
Right? Oh, wow.
And clearly did well.
It's modeled after the mafia. Is what is happening? He's got little crime bosses, and they have little crime bosses.
Because what independent organization would have Don Jr. speak?
Right.
What you have to buy?
Best
is yet to come. So what organization would actually go? No, we got to give. Can we get Don Jr.? Is there any way we can't get it? No, not Springsteen. Can we get Don Jr.? That's
a good point. Okay.
So
poor Eric and Tiffany.
So Trump bought CPAC, and that's why he's there. Which is, what's weird is that it took us 2 seconds to find that. I'm stunned that CNN and nobody else has pointed out that Trump bought
Rachel
CPAC.
Maddow probably will. Yeah, it's sort of disheartening. And there was a quote today. They said that that was coming out of CPAC. Buckle up, he's back and bigger and stronger than ever before. And I told him,
he lost everything. He lost by the biggest margin ever lost in history, and he's back.
He's gonna feed at this thing. They're gonna cheer for him. He's gonna get that. And he's going to start doing rallies again. And that's what I'm really worried about. Our only hope is Cy Vance, honestly, at this point.
We've, I don't want to talk about this idiot anymore. I do want to talk about, so I guess there's going to be another vaccine approved this week. They're having meetings right now approving Johnson & Johnson single shot. It's not, the efficacy is not as high. People are like, I want the good one. Shut up. It's like,
it's like a couple percentage points. All of them are.
Yeah, one's like 91, one's 95.
We need you in government. Shut up. Nobody does that.
But wait, the flu vaccine is like, what, 65 or
63.
something?
That's why I don't get the flu vaccine. I'm rolling the dice.
But when you get it, it's kind of rare to get the flu after you've gotten the shot.
Oh, you know what? Our friend Cindy, her mom had a really bad reaction to the COVID shot.
Yeah.
She sent me
Which
a
one?
picture.
Well, there is, I mean.
Yeah, I need to find
But
out.
we have 50 million people vaccinated right now, and we've had no deaths from it. So that's good. And they're saying that even if you get mild COVID,
I was trying to remember. She had a very bad reaction to her second shot, not the first one.
you know, he said that Kamala Harris said that too.
got very sick, started feeling better, but then lost her balance and fell on her right side of her face. Look, it's an elderly woman with a completely black eye.
She's supposed to get a shot in the arm.
She fell. She fell. Hey, COVID did it. COVID did it. I wasn't even home. When she fell. That big black guy got nothing to do with COVID. But COVID ruined the economy, like we all got no jobs no more. Everything's gone. But she fell because of COVID. All right. Next question, Yana. That picture is really classic.
It's bad.
Classic of abusivity.
So a judge today ruled that the moratorium on evictions is not constitutional.
Yeah.
And it's hard. This is what I was kind of talking to you a few minutes ago upstairs about, is that everything has a gray area. So I was indignant when I heard that. Like, people are going to lose their homes. They're going to be out on the street.
Homeless,
And I know what it's called.
But if they can't pay the rent where they live, how are they going to pay new rent?
And yet, what about the people? And I don't mean like the big giant corporations,
right.
But what about the people that was their only income?
Right.
And now they're being told that they can't collect rent, and they're not being told when. And so I do get that, but it's like,
so that's where and here's the thing. Yes, unconstitutional if it was a normal situation. This is a once in 100-year pandemic. So
well, you know how they got it. It was because the CDC is the one that put the moratorium on evictions, and that's how they said.
But they also need moratorium on loans. So we need to do both to help those people. You can't just have it one way.
Right.
You have to go, okay, so like what do they call it, a forbearance? They need to everybody's loan, it's going to be a year. Everyone's going to push their loan down a year.
Yeah, just hit the pause button.
Push your loan down a year. That's what we need to do for all those people. So everybody's covered.
Well, you can push your loan down, but if that's your only source of income, how are you going to pay the rest of your bills or eat? If you're a normal,
well, how are the people without jobs who can't pay their rent going to do the same?
I know. But that's what I'm saying.
But that's what put us all in the same boat. Then
this is why I couldn't be a politician.
That's the problem, is you got to put us all in the same boat. And I think that's what we've lost. Like, the Republicans are like, just protect the rich, and the Democrats are like, protect the poor and anybody who can't come up with a name of their gender. and by the way, sometimes to the detriment of other people.
If we hit the pause button on everybody,
we were talking about this earlier,
and then we tax the wealthy, the super wealthy, to fund it, we're covered. I mean, it sounds so simple and stupid, but
I think what people, someone said this, and rich people you're still going to be rich.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos has, how much does he need
There's that group of 10 guys that are, yes. But then there's also the rich people that are worth $6 million, and they're still going to be rich. And what bothers me is that if we didn't have proof that worked, I would say it's risky. But we can go back to Eisenhower.
This is your.
He's Republican.
Your
because we had a 90% effective tax rate, and people didn't pay that, but they paid a lot of their income, and they only paid it on profits.
But to be clear, we don't believe in socialism as it pertains to that I believe Jeff Bezos came up with a brilliant idea, busted his ass, and he earned that money. But if you look at who's paying zero taxes in this country, it is
Exxon.
Carnival Cruise Lines, Exxon. We did a podcast about this, I think it was in our first 10 podcasts
They
ever.
actually got
Jeff Bezos, they pay
Exxon
nothing.
paid less, because what happened was they actually they paid nothing in taxes, then they had all these expenses. They filed
money
and
back.
they got money back, and they didn't pay any in.
Right. They're taking advantage of the system.
Fuck is that?
And not paying into it.
It's crazy.
Bezos, on the other hand, though, and this came about the $15 minimum wage thing. People don't understand economics. I'm not the smartest guy, but economics works like money is a river. It just flows around. That's how it works. Okay? And some people but if you pay people zero and they're just surviving, they can't go to a restaurant.
Right.
They can't buy a new car. They can't go buy new clothing. So then retail slows down and stops. Then everyone gets tight. If you pay people, it goes back to Don Shoemaker. Tony's dad said to me. Don Shoemaker, by the way, people owns Shoemaker Batteries. They have 86% of the battery charger market in the world.
And he also runs a top fuel drag racing team.
Top fuel teams, yeah.
And Tony is his son, and
Tony was
one of his very good friends, and he's eight-time
world champion.
We know that trickle down is bullshit. But
No, it's
trickle
been-
up
We were just
is
talking about
kind
this
of,
today,
there's
too.
more realistic.
Well,
yes, you pay people and they put it back
We had
into
the
it.
Just
we
talked
had
about
the
this.
strongest
So
middle
finish,
class.
Don Schumacher.
So Don Schumacher said, I asked him one day, we were in Vegas for one of the races, and I said, Don,
Slow down.
I said, Don, please tell me how to be successful. You're crazy successful. He goes, find the best people you can, pay them more than you think you should, and they will make you rich.
Yeah.
And that goes down to everybody. Here's the thing. If you pay, I mean, the funny thing to me is I sat down, someone pointed on Twitter that if you figure out it's $31,000 a year, $15 an hour is $31,000 a year for a full time, $31,000. Now, a third of that goes to taxes. That's $20,000. So at $20,000, average rent in America is $1,400 a month.
Also, that's...
So you have a car payment or
Utilities.
or not even a car payment. You have utilities.
Yeah, but you're also talking about in
insurance.
every state. So although that may be a little better in Georgia, it's also in California and Oregon.
California's
and
$3,000. Yeah, but yeah.
California, $12 an hour is our current minimum wage.
So what happens is that you got people not being able to spend a dime. So, and then like, oh, economy sucks. Yeah, because you fuckers aren't paying people so they can buy more shit from you. If you pay people money, this is how economics works.
Okay,
People.
And now economics with Professor Titus.
Yeah, who didn't graduate, barely. I did graduate. I had to go back to,
Go ahead.
hi.
Hold on. Here, wait, we got intro music.
Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Titus. Welcome to Titus Economics. Pay people more shit. They buy more shit. You make more money. See you again.
Thanks for visiting, kids.
But that's how it works. If people make enough money so they can put a little aside, they go to their girl and their kids. They go, let's go to the movies, and they go spend $70 in the movies.
Or
Times that by a million.
right.
Times that by a million, the theater
They
gets,
eat out more instead of just
Their kids aren't
instead of just switching the stickers on
But
from
let's
dark meat chicken to white meat chicken.
like you did. That was nice. By the way, if anybody hasn't stole that, please. And now here's how to eat well with Rachel Bradley.
Hi, kids. Do you really like white meat? Do you have white meat taste but live in a drumstick kind of world? Then go to Walmart. Oh, sorry. That was good. Go ahead.
Walmart.
Go. I can't tell people to do this. It's terrible. But it's how I lived a white meat kind of life on a dark meat budget.
She just switched the labels on the chicken because it still said chicken.
Terrible.
Brilliant.
I feel guilty about it now, but I feel guilty about a lot of things now. So
if you pay people,
I just spent a week with my grandma. I feel guilty about everything.
Why stop there? I mean, if you're going to get meat, just put like a high C,
Oh, I do that on car.
some
I
other
do that
product
on car
on it.
lots. Car lots all the time. I just switch the window sticker.
Mr.
Wait a minute.
Titus.
This is a loaded Escalade. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's not.
The
Is so.
sticker said it's a Chevy Spark.
No, you didn't.
What's a Chevy Spark? It's a tiny, cute little. It's so cute.
Did not. Did so.
So money flows. That's how it works. You spend more, the businesses make more. They hire another person, and then But the only way it works is if you pay people. So over the last 20 years, corporate profits have skyrocketed. CEO pay has like quadrupled. I mean, it's so high now that it's insane. What hasn't changed is the wage to workers. So companies are like, we're not making the money we're making. Yeah, you are. But that will stop eventually because you will have nobody to buy your shit. You have to pay people to do their job well so they can buy your shit. Bezos is one of the worst at paying people. I will say this, Kirkland, Costco, I love you guys. Costco, at a hearing yesterday, said, the CEO goes, yeah, we just raised all our people to $16 an hour.
I heard that, yeah.
They're
that
like
was
15.
great.
There you
Fuck
go.
you, motherfucker.
Nice.
Yeah,
We're gonna one up.
Yeah, suck
Boom.
it. Yeah, suck $15.
In 2018, Amazon paid $0 in U.S. federal income tax on more than $11 billion in profits before taxes. It also received a $129 million tax rebate from the federal government.
So when these Republican idiots
made money. They made
from
money.
the government. So you paid your taxes to the government, and then the government gave those to a multi-billionaire.
That's how it works. So Exxon too. Do you remember? I remember when Exxon got paid $0 and they got $460 million back. How do you get money back for paying $0?
right. So when they say the argument is how are we going to pay for this, there you go. There's one.
Amazon's low tax bills stemmed from the Republican tax cuts of 2017. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Oh, and by the way, it's your
Carry forward losses from years when the company was not profitable and tax credits for massive investments and stock-based employee compensation.
I will say this. Remember when we did special unit?
I do.
So we got...
Yeah, that was great.
We got a loss. We actually lost money on it.
Yeah, we got to carry it over.
But here's the thing. But we didn't... Here's the thing. We didn't make any profit on it and then get money and then not pay zero.
Correct.
We made zero money on it because we had to pay
money.
everybody. We made no money on it, and any money we do make on it has come back in. I mean, we have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we made zero money. That was considered a loss. We hired all that crew. We hired camera people. We paid them. That was an expense. We didn't have to pay tax on that because they paid tax. What we paid them, they paid tax on.
Yeah.
Everybody in Amazon who works for Amazon for shitty money and they have to work all day long without pee breaks, they have to pay taxes. So why doesn't Bezos pay taxes? I don't quite understand how this works. Even if they had let's say
Amazon raised its starting wage to $15 in 2018.
Good, there you go.
That was 3 years ago.
They still beat the shit out of people though, man. You hear all those stories where people were like...
Costco actually kind of, did a West Side Story showdown by raising it just above Amazon's. They said it was kind of a statement to Amazon.
Really? It's funny.
And Target.
Nice.
Costco's like, na-na-na-na-na. When you're Kirkland all the way from your first victory.
Oh, I like this song.
Don't you know the song?
What's happening? Do you hear that?
They're building something upstairs.
Do you guys want to hear
the
something
economy
crazy?
crumbling on us.
I hear that.
Exactly.
We're in a soundstage. Usually we hear nothing. That's why I keep asking because
Jason, the guy who owns the building, has actually put a Verizon is going to have a new tower on it. So we're all going to get...
is that the truck that's parked
You're good,
on
but we're going to get tested for cancer.
I was just about to go there.
You're going to get tested for cancer?
I beat you. I rarely beat you.
Did you say we're going to get tested for cancer or we're going to get testicular cancer?
Testicular cancer, yeah.
Oh.
We're not going to get tested.
By the way, we're not getting tested. I'm just going to go, look at how big my balls are.
We don't take medicine.
I'm not tested. This is perfect.
I just told him today, my sister did say this week about Groucho that they were so big that it's almost embarrassing. So Christopher's very proud.
Our little dog is hung.
So I left not long after you, and this is a Tesla ad. I put my MacBook, my phone, and my Tesla key fob on the roof to put the dogs in the car. And the roof is glass. It's not sticky. It's very slick. And anyway, I got in the car, got ready to go. I backed down our driveway, which is pretty steep, came around, then went straight up. Our roads are like very hilly. And then I went, like maybe half a mile. I was almost out of the neighborhood and I heard something like that, like on the roof, like the donk. And I thought, whoa, did a tree just fall on my car? Like a little bit. And but it wasn't loud. It didn't sound like a major impact. And I just kept going. And then I thought, I wonder where my phone is and my laptop. And I was looking and I was like, oh no. I put the car in park on a hill. Here is how smooth a Tesla drives. All three things are still sitting on the glass on the roof.
With robot arms gripped onto the
Yeah,
wall.
right?
We got this.
Yeah, exactly.
The noise that I
Tesla
heard.
has the dumb shit feature. When you leave
Yes.
babies
The
or any
idiot
dogs on the
mode.
roof. Yeah,
The
exactly.
noise that I heard was the key fob sliding off the computer and just landing on the glass next to it. But I went almost a mile up and down hills.
Well, these Apple, I have a case. We both have cases on our Apple. And
Yeah,
it's
but-
probably not slidey, but how?
This isn't
that's
rubbery.
super slidey,
It's
yeah.
super-
And your
that's what
keys-
me. I was
Yeah.
like, no way did that thing. I thought, okay, thank you, God.
That's really
God's
lucky.
looking out for me. Okay,
That's really lucky.
is that crazy?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't know what happened. You hadn't told me this.
that's why I was calling you.
But because
You
you
denied
were
my
not
calls.
you were not unhappy, so I knew nothing bad happened. Because if
Right.
if you'd have lost your computer, your car keys,
the three most important, except for the dogs. But yeah, it didn't move. Stayed right there.
I'm fifth.
Wow.
Did you hear? Yeah. Three most important things, except for the dogs. Actually, there's two dogs, so I'm sixth.
The key.
I'm not even in the top
Wait,
five.
1, 2,
Key,
3,
computer,
4.
key, computer, phone, two dogs.
Okay.
Me.
Well, to be fair.
Oh God, 7.
Water
I'm
bottle,
wait,
then
no,
you.
no. Let me live, and I possibly could be 6th.
To be fair,
Oh, jeez.
I couldn't put you on my roof, so you don't even figure into this equation.
This is a weak pull-up.
But if I had to rank, I would probably put shoes in there as well. It's like
7th. I'm
nicer
7th. Oh my God.
shoes, makeup.
Stop. Just let me believe I'm
makeup.
6th. I can try for the top 5 one day, but Jesus.
Makeup.
Look, as long as you're in the top 10 with
You
the
know,
wife.
Here's the thing. If I said something like that, I would have thought about it because she was sitting here. Here's how low I am on the totem pole.
No.
She didn't even think about it. She's like, yeah, no, you're 6th.
The plow
Wait,
horse.
and
is-
then shoes, and then Louboutin.
I mean, of crap I
7th.
could put on the
And then-
roof.
Oh,
you
what?
dipshit.
And then Grandma Jane.
No,
Well, you said
I
the
can't
dogs.
put her on the roof either.
You said the dogs. So dogs was like, oh, okay. So it's not just like,
They,
oh, I
when I
accidentally
have them in
put
their
thing-
bag, in their little bag,
Oh.
I have set it on top of the car
Good one.
before. Yeah.
Good recovery.
No, I really have. But I have never forgotten them up there, but I have almost forgotten them before him. I always know where he is.
Just put him in a bag, and then he's safe. A little
I
Titus
won't
bag.
slide. You can put me on the roof. I just want to slide off.
He is my number one.
Oh, it's okay. By the
Above
way, here
all
it's
things.
worse. She
No,
can't even
he
joke
really
about it.
is.
She's trying to save her ass. That means it's true.
He really
She's working
is my
hard to
number
save her
one.
ass.
I like him a lot.
I like him.
keep
What
him.
else do you like?
I've had him for 15 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I would not trade him for anything, for
I was a
any
rescue.
amount. He was a rescue.
was
He was
definitely
a
a rescue.
beautiful husky.
I said that one time in a romantic moment.
And
I said, I'm just broken. I'm like a beautiful husky. She went,
no.
dude.
He said,
Did you ever say something?
wait. No.
Wait, you ever
Do you
say-
not know this story?
No,
Wait,
I've
you
never
ever
heard
say
this.
something?
No,
though?
you stop talking. Okay,
God.
when I first started dating him,
I don't
he
wanna-
didn't just go, I'm like a beautiful husky. He said, I've been through so much in my life and that you love me like
God,
this.
this is such
he
a
said,
bad moment.
I'm like, if you went to the pound and there was a beautiful husky.
By the way, this is one of those stupid things you see in life that will never go. It's so good that it will never die.
You really landed it though. That's a good
Oh,
way
my
I
to say it.
actually, in his stocking this year,
We were
I got
rom-
him goggle covers, and it's a blue-eyed husky that covers.
And she's
his
probably, and I
goggles.
didn't
With
think
the-
anything about it. I thought, oh, this is a cool goggle cover. And then she goes, because you're a beautiful husky. I was like, God damn it. I
need to whip you.
I said something.
Mush, Titus.
I said something 15 years ago that will never die.
Speaking of 15 years, wouldn't trade him for anything. Really love him. And I like him, which is also hard to say. 7.
I'm 7th, at least 7th.
No,
But
you're
I'll
not.
accept top 10. It's the
No,
only
I
time in my
like
life
you.
someone ever put me in top 10.
I like you a lot. I wouldn't trade you.
It's very awesome.
Do you know what else I wouldn't trade?
No, what?
I wouldn't trade Harry's razors.
Nope.
Had them with me on this trip. Was gone a long time in a different land where everyone wears their masks. Right here, everyone, everywhere I went, food service,
Let's do the
grocery,
commercial and talk about
everything.
this.
I don't want to talk about it after this, but I had Harry's with me. I used the same razor that I had used on my last trip to my dad's because it's a separate
That was a
razor.
while ago.
Yeah, but it's my
Travel
Pride
razor, right?
rainbow razor
Right.
that we got, and so it stays in my travel bag when we don't travel. So I used it the whole week at dad's, used it the whole week at grandma's, and then the last night I switched it out because it was still working, but I switched it out like let's see what time, and it was crazy. There was a choir in the shower actually that was singing Hallelujah chorus.
And
It
the
was
sky
really-
opened up because I was shaving so close. Shaved me down to baby skin. Took off my old man skin. I look 15 years young.
And it was the new blades, which
Yeah, the
I
new
did
blade.
not think could
I
be
noticed-
better, but
Because
was wrong.
we haven't traveled because I noticed the length that they last, and I never had that with any other razor traveling. Is that because I have one too in my travel bag? We would travel every week, and it would stay. My travel razor would come home, and I'd use my home razor, and then I would travel with my Harry's razor, and it would stay for 4 or 5 weeks, and I would, on the road using it. And I just used right before he came home. I was scruffy. I wasn't him scruffy, but I was scruffy, and used that razor that's been sitting in there for a while.
I used it recently.
No.
I usually trim up under here.
what's happening up here?
And
Did
I-
you shave that with a razor?
No, like clippers. I do it close
okay.
with clippers. Yeah, I wouldn't. You're not supposed to do it with the Harry's razors. I think it's too close.
Is it?
Yeah, I think they say it on their
Do you
on their
not wanna
website.
They have
be-
a perfect skull, though, dude.
There's some bald guys
sir.
that do with a razor and then they shine it, right?
Yeah.
Like they
Buff it out.
That's bizarre.
That's a lot of
That's
maintenance.
weird. That's a.
You could buff.
We have a. You could just.
A lot of power tools back here. I could use it on.
Anyway, go ahead. You did your neck. Hard to tell, but
Hard to tell. Well, I do
was
it,
a week ago.
Yeah, but I'm still using the same razor and it doesn't pull. It's just like, I have confidence. Just like zip.
Right.
I can even just wet it and go zip, zip, zip.
And I go
it's
both
quick.
ways. It's perfect every time.
Yeah.
That's why the
razors are
choir
great.
was singing in the shower because it's so good. So my sister was there with me. My sister is using Harry's now. My sister is engaged. Yay. And
because her legs were so velvety smooth, the man said, "Gotta have these in my life."
I gotta hang on to this. He uses it. Her
Yep.
fiance uses it, Chris. And so it's sort of a whole family thing. The only person that doesn't use it is Grandma. But Grandma told me once I hit 80, my hair will just fall out of my legs and I won't have to shave. So I'm super excited for that.
Something to look forward to. Fantastic.
Also, this isn't part of the ad, but Harry's came out with deodorant and it's not even in our talking points, but you should go check out their deodorant. They have 3 different kinds and...
But does it have the aluminum in it?
No.
Doesn't. That's awesome. I'm already in.
Say that again?
Does it have the aluminum in it?
After that, you said, I'm in.
I'm in then. If it doesn't have aluminum, I'm in.
It's a more natural. You can get the odor control deodorant, and it's in the redwood scent, like the
So
body
they've added
wash that
odor
you
control
use.
to the word deodorant? Is it implied?
Yeah, right. Odor control.
It's not stinky deodorant.
The difference being if you get deodorant, then it's aluminum free, which they have.
like
If you
it.
get antiperspirant, that has aluminum. If you want sweat protection,
Oh, but they made them both. That's
you
good. They
have
didn't
an
just do one.
option.
All right.
Again, I'm not well versed in it yet, but you are going to try it. But anyway, Harry's. And I'm super excited about this one today because our Harry's promo code has actually changed after all these years. For a limited time, Harry's has an exclusive offer for listeners of this show. New customers get the entire starter set and a free body wash, which we love,
Yeah, body
for
wash is
just
awesome.
$3 total for all of it.
What?
At harrys.com/bombshell.
Yay!
You made it. You made it.
I made it.
Yeah, that's it.
You've been
You're
downgraded
now-
further.
Yeah. I am not. 8, 9. Hey,
Right, Harry's dogs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You've now got your first promo code. Very nice.
Yep, they changed it. So that's like $16 if you bought that. You pay $3, you get all of it. You get the 5-blade razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover, and the travel size body wash. Awesome deal, but you got to act fast because this is a while supplies last. So go to harrys.com/bombshell to redeem your offer. That's a bomb, B-O-M-B, shell. Got my own promo
Congratulations.
code. Thank you.
It's a big
Let's
day.
talk about the Equality Act.
Okay.
You were talking about that.
This
So
passed the House.
So here's the thing: the guy's been in office 37 days. We've got vaccines approved. He's cranked up. There's 20 million missing. By the way, did you know that they can't
Yep.
find the 20 million?
Yep.
So again, as I said in the Armageddon update, Jared's
Not on his watch, though.
It's in
They're investigating.
Yeah, no,
it
they can't
from
find
the
it.
Trump.
Yeah, they had
Yes.
they had inventory that said they had it, and they can't find it.
Right.
So, I just fucking dude. Again, people listen to me. Watch the next 6 months because unless Biden goes, no, we're just going to keep it. We don't want to split the country up. Let's just keep going, which I think is going to be a huge mistake because that's what they did to Hitler. And Hitler came back and take over.
He
Germany.
also told me this morning.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of things this morning, and you said this on your way out of the house that Hitler got out of prison.
Yep. He did 1 year for starting basically exactly what happened at the Capitol.
Because
the
of
beer hall
the-
putsch. Yep.
Reichstag, the fire.
Reichstag, yeah, Reichstag, yep. And then he did a year in prison, his guys kept working it. And when he got out, boom, started, moved up the ranks, and then took over. He killed basically German parliament and made himself.
All of it.
Yeah. And then it was over.
He basically came in and took like the top 5 positions and made himself all of those. So that would be the equivalent of Trump making himself president, vice president, speaker of the House. All,
The people he tried to kill.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, he sent those guys to go.
Oh, right.
What I will say is the only difference that I see is that Biden is competent. I was telling Ray, I said, the one guy, if you look where we're at, we have a once in 100-year pandemic. We have economy that's about to take a shit. It's already started. The stock market has dropped a couple. So things are getting out of control. Bad. The one guy, 42 years in the Senate, he was VP during one of the harshest times of the Great Recession. And I think the one guy we have, I have something. Biden must be like, really? I'm 80. Really? Fuck. Like, I was going to chill. I had my 2 dogs. I got a great wife I love.
Now I got to save the planet.
Yeah. Now.
I honestly do believe that. I think that this was something that he put country over himself.
He don't 77. Who wants to do this?
You don't see that in him. You don't see like Trump has this like full-bodied lust to have power, and Biden, you see, he's very happy. He lived half a mile from his grandkids and his son.
Yeah, he was happy.
He had
a lot of pain in his life. He's been through.
His wife runs 5 miles a day. They fight over the Peloton. You know, they're never mind.
Real people.
Yeah, able-bodied, I guess is what I was thinking.
Ramps don't scare him.
Don't have statues made of themselves.
Turn to a general and go, "Can you hold my hand down the ramp?"
Yeah. So I do think that some people have a negative opinion of him, but I really do see the sacrifice that he made, because he actually has a life he wants to go back to, whereas you really got Trump was like, I don't want to go back to her. She hates me.
Do you know what's really insane to me is that no matter what, we've become so divided that no matter what any side does, the other side hates it. And I'm part of the problem. I would agree to that. But make sure when you cut to her looking at it like dink. But like we bombed part of Syria that Iran had bombed us 3 times. They killed an American contractor.
Yesterday, right?
So Biden's like, guys, we're not going to let this go. So we sent in and we bombed the shit out of them once, but we didn't kill people.
We politely bombed. We did it once.
We diplomatically bombed the shit out of their supply center. So less we didn't want to kill a bunch of people. We want to go, hey, guys, you can keep pushing us, but we put our finger in their chest.
A little flex.
We put a dead horse head in bed with them.
Right. Exactly. That's what we did. Was
that right? I tried. Was that? Is that what
to not see in the movie that you used it in the correct.
Right. How did you know about that scene?
I think she's heard the joke.
Because I've heard people talk about it on this podcast, and I wasn't sure if was it in
we
bed
let
with
them know. Hey, we let them know. All we said was, "Hey, don't."
Yeah.
And then,
this could happen.
Biden, someone said this. He's threatening me. He's like, listen, we want to get back into the nuclear agreement. So you guys don't make nukes, and we'll take the sanctions off you guys and bomb them a little bit, and then we're going to work it out. It's almost like what? Yeah, there was just a little bit of I hit you a little bit.
Syria has just a little black eye.
I hit you a little bit. Hey, you stepped out. Hit you a little bit. It's okay.
Fell.
We're not.
They fell down the steps.
We're not friends. I'm just saying. I'm keeping you tuned up. That's what he did.
You just did Donald Trump arm.
Biden tuned up Iran.
Gosh, aren't you happy this is gone?
Yeah.
We don't have
and this whole
that
anointing
and
stuff.
That thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we would do this
what
weird.
Is that? That's not a thing. Yeah. So sometimes they show Biden, and I just feel joy.
He stands there, and he's just very dead.
Also, we didn't talk about Khashoggi. That's another thing. Like the news is.
Oh, I forgot. Every day. So now he's going after. So the report got released today. I haven't heard it said, but basically the report says that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia killed Jamal Khashoggi. Set it up. He'd actually took over an airline, a private jet company, and the 2 planes that guy was running, that the Crown Prince was running. Those are the 2 planes the assassins flew and then chopped up Jamal Khashoggi.
Of course.
And so what do we do though? I don't know, because there's all these layers of.
I thought we knew this. Didn't we have proof for this already?
We knew it, but Trump was like, no. Trump
said
nope.
that
no way he did it.
MBS was very upset about it as well.
Yeah, there's no way he did.
And so we're just gonna, stay on top of it. But I've spoken with him, and he's really hurting over it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, he didn't.
Putin, he said he didn't, so I believe.
I don't see how it would be.
Yeah.
That fucking line.
So
I can't. By the way, he was such a shitty president. He's been gone for a month now, and we're like, this motherfucker's
Still pissed off.
He's like, it's like having an ex-wife as president. Yeah, my ex-wife was president. What a bitch.
10 years from now.
Yeah, 10 years from now. Remember that shit?
Yes, it's PTSD.
And hopefully Trump will still be in court.
But he didn't really do anything about it, and he said MBS was very upset. So obviously this intel report has been available, right, for a long time.
And Biden
they
reads
wouldn't
them.
release it. They wouldn't release it.
They wouldn't release
no,
it?
Trump administration wouldn't
There
release
you
it.
go. Oh, he read
reads.
it. The
I think he
same
reads the
report that was
briefings.
already there.
Yeah.
Yes, he released it now. And interestingly, though, he called the king last night. So he called daddy first.
That's what I said. I'm calling your dad, fucker. No, remember when you were a kid and someone said, I'm calling your dad? You're like, no, Jesus, don't call my dad.
No, mine was my mom.
Yeah,
my
right.
dad, I
Wait
was
till
like,
your
call my
father
dad.
gets home.
Please call my dad.
I can do no
Don't
wrong.
call my mom. My mom will kill me. So they don't know what's going to happen yet. They're saying maybe sanction, maybe, but it's a very touchy thing to
Yeah,
do
it's
because
weird.
they're one of our biggest allies in the Middle East.
And would be and because they've gone more right wing now, Saudi. Not that they weren't ever right wing. Yeah, I remember the liberal Middle East was always awesome.
where women were just driving.
Women were driving and
showing
off
their
their-
hair.
There
My
was
face.
no slaves. Look at my ankles.
Look at my ankle. Yeah.
Wow, did you do it again?
Jesus.
Wow, we gotta stop hanging out, man.
That happened to my sister and me in North Carolina. A girl that was working in the restaurant, we're trying to plan her wedding. And the girl goes, y'all are so cute. Are y'all twins? And my sister and I at the exact same time went, no, she's a lot older. At the exact, and the girl went,
That's hilarious. But basically, so what's going to happen now is they can just go to Russia. They'll just go to business with Putin. Wait, they can't because Russia's main export is oil. They can't.
so they're competitors.
They're competitors.
What if they joined forces though? But here's the thing:
But why
know
would you join forces when the price would go down? If you, I guess
prices
you
are
could-
already tanked. They all
Yeah, but gas is still $3.50. How in California? How the fuck is that? I thought about this the other day. How is gas still $3.50?
What is gas? Are you getting
Okay,
gas?
Tesla lady. I have a truck that I have to drive around.
I
'cause-
know. I had to put gas in Grandma's car this week, and it was confronting for me.
Yeah, you're aware. I'm pouring
have to
explosive
touch a
liquid
lot of
into something I'm
things.
driving. It
You have
seems dumb.
to put
Holding the
explosive-
dirtiest handle that
Yes,
has ever
yes.
been created.
Yes.
It's got everything: Ebola,
That's-
COVID, all the variants,
was my
HIV's
issue.
on it.
urine,
what's-
shit.
Okay, everybody
Homeless
go
people
back
are on it.
now and think when you put gas in your car before COVID and never thought twice about it and got back
Speak
in
for
your
yourself.
car.
And started touching stuff.
Oh, you're nuts though, which I like, but most people aren't.
Yeah, right.
And then
I've never seen
drove
somebody-
and got all the feces and urine
On your
and
steering
HPV
And ate some
on your
fucking French
steering wheel.
fries with your hands.
Yes.
Oh my
I ate
god!
a snack.
In and Out is so good. It seems a little turdy today.
I love that he's like, hey, I've been living like COVID my whole life.
Yeah. No, he's the only guy I know that has actually washed his hands down to the bone. Where I'm just like, those skeleton gloves are cool. Those
Yeah.
aren't gloves, fucker. Oh my god. So I don't know if would that make sense though? I guess if they teamed up and controlled the world's oil. That would, but the problem is criminals can't trust criminals.
No.
Yeah, so it would just go bad.
So when my mom lived in Kuwait, interesting, Kuwaiti nationals, if you're born there, you get a stipend every year from the government just for being Kuwaiti.
6 figures.
Yeah, or I
like
think
a-
it was. I thought
Monthly?
it was like 90.
I thought, well, 1 year it was $111,000.
So it changed.
That's why they all have like Lamborghinis driving over there, right?
Yeah.
But yes, and my mom had a lot of the royal family in her classes, and in her male classes, because the women you couldn't tell that they came from wealth, just the men, and they would drive different Lamborghinis, and then another day the same kid drove a Z06 Corvette, which she recognized because of you. It was something different every day, and they also expected to get an A and not do anything.
They expected to not turn anything in and still get an A, and her mom and Bombshell was like, no.
Yeah, she was hard. But that was starting to taper off as she and my stepfather were leaving, and there was a major upheaval. That's why my stepfather ended up losing his contract, because they were recognizing that there was maybe going to be an end to the money that had seemed unlimited for a long time.
Because Elon Musk is a genius.
I'm surprised they haven't killed him yet.
He's a super villain.
Do you want to tell everybody about your 1 degree of separation wheels now? That also happened this week.
Oh, do tell.
So a buddy of mine works at Tesla. Walter, he's a redneck. By the way, Walter is a hardcore redneck. He is literally, I went to Louisiana, he goes, I didn't wear my mask in the swamp, but when I landed in Louisiana, I wore it. But when we were hunting, I'm wearing a mask, man. Yeah, you can get killed by a bug out here. What the fuck am I wearing a mask? That's Walter.
You're going to catch it from a gator.
He's one of the best painters, and he mixes all the colors that you see on the Tesla concepts and all the colors that he ends up. So Elon comes in and approves what Walter shoots, and I want it gray or I want this, and he's very exact. So Elon had a set of wheels on his car that was given to him by some people, and then he put them on. Then Franz, the designer at Tesla, had them on his car, and they took them off and gave them to Walter. Walter calls me, goes, Titus, man, you want these wheels? I know you got Tesla. You want these wheels? It's one of those. I was like,
wow,
yeah.
Huh.
So yeah.
So
you're still number 9. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the way, if he were making a list, I'd be screwed. Elon.
No.
Your cars.
Number one. Nope.
Puppies.
Nope.
Justin Timberlake, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, number 2. You're in 3.
I was telling Mikey that runs Brea.
Yeah.
We were talking, I told him about the wheels because he was checking in with us, and I said he's super stoked. He goes, oh, I would be too. And I go, the only other person that would compete with this is Justin Timberlake. And I go, which is nuts. And he goes, honestly, he said, I went to his concert last year before COVID, and he goes, I'm with Titus.
Yes!
And I was like, don't you ever tell him.
There's a couple of dudes that you just go, okay. I mean, you're funny, you're smart. Like, there's a couple of dudes like, okay, Ryan Reynolds is another guy where I fucking, really? And you own a phone company that charges nothing from, God damn it.
Right.
Like, Ryan Reynolds makes me mad. As even like,
because he's like checking all the boxes.
But you'll never hit that.
Yeah.
You'll never get that. No matter how.
You might. You're taking your vitamins every day. You're taking care of yourself.
You're working out with Tony Horton?
You're working out? Yeah.
I'm talking about international superstar action man, and he does comedy. Wait, he's an action superstar and does comedy, then does Deadpool where he does an action star comedy? Fuck!
You're taking your vitamins every day.
This
You're
is
taking ritual vitamins.
Oh,
and
well, I will say this. The ritual
You're ready
vitamins
for the
are
world?
pulling me towards Ryan Reynolds a little bit more. Quite healthy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA.
Ryan Reynolds has nothing to do with this ad.
And it may or may not be true.
what's great about it?
My ritual vitamins to North Carolina with me because I ain't playing. Took them with my allergy pills that you refused to take like an idiot. Put them in a baggie.
She's lecturing you now. Which feels better.
It's all right.
I feel better.
Super stupid.
Like,
fine. You know what's good about the ritual vitamins? That they're natural, but
No.
What?
Not necessarily.
But I don't get that. Like I'd have other vitamins, and my stomach would hurt if I didn't have.
You
enough
do have a weird stomach hurting thing.
No, just vitamins. So vitamins and whey.
And whey.
Yeah.
Same thing happened today. Ritual has clean. It's a vegan-friendly multivitamin. It's formulated with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms, which is what is the most important thing. That's like a big, stupid word for your body can use it versus pee it out.
Yeah.
Weirdest thing ever, if from any vitamin that we've ever taken, this vitamin does not, you do not pee neon yellow. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, your body uses it. Yeah, you know, so the other vitamins just give you so much synthetic and crap. That's why
you can't absorb
sugar,
it. Just
no
goes right
GMOs, no major allergens, which I usually have a reaction, no synthetic fillers or artificial colorants. Plus you get the fresh taste that he thought was lemon. It's actually peppermint. And it's delayed release. So it just lets it out through your body throughout the day.
I've noticed it since we started taking ritual vitamins. I've noticed that I just feel better.
We've been taking them for a month now. No, you don't. No.
I do feel better, and I don't have that extra. It doesn't have that acidity thing that I get from other vitamins. That's what I like.
Well, also super important right now, in my opinion, are the things that you do get. You're getting 9 nutrients, and it kind of helps fill the gaps in your diet that a lot of us have. You're getting vitamin A, D3, E, K2, B12, folate, magnesium, zinc, boron, and omega-3s, that's like all of it. When I was training, those were all the things my coach
Also,
was
D3,
making me take.
The D3 is for the. They're saying that's one of the keys to kind of warding off COVID. The people that take a lot of D3 are having less bad health reactions to it, like outcomes.
Yeah, you're on a big D3 kick. So
A doctor friend of mine actually was like, "Fucker, take D3." And when a doctor buddy of yours goes, "Take D3 if you don't want,"
When he says fucker,
yeah, exactly.
I know.
you listen.
Exactly. When your doctor
Oh.
says "fucker," listen.
Whew.
Listen.
I'm listening.
So, also it gets delivered to you, which everyone knows that I love. And our second month just got delivered, and it was awesome because I didn't have to think about it, and that helps remind you to take it. Our problem before was that we weren't remembering.
Everybody's problem. You
Yeah.
buy the vitamins,
Yeah.
and sometimes you forget. Like we have it right in the counter by the sink, so
Yeah.
I remember all the time now. But I used to when it was in another room. I would forget all the
Well,
time.
the thing is also, I get a notification in my email that it's coming, and I'm like, okay, it makes it present to you, and then it gets delivered for you, so you don't have to go look for it. Anyway, this is a super cool company. The capsule's clear. You can see what's inside. You can get all key nutrients without the BS. So Ritual is offering listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. You can visit ritual.com/Titus to start your ritual today. Maybe they'll change that one day to /bombshell, but I don't know. Ritual.com.
Your last name is Titus, moron. It still
Slash-
works. It's still you.
Titus. I am Titus. Yeah. You're right. Makes your healthy habits easier. I don't know. I highly recommend it. You guys know this is kind of my wheelhouse.
Quality Act. We got away from it.
What?
Quality Act. I asked you about the Equality Act.
Oh, well, it's just because there's
'cause-
10 million things
Well, but
going
here's the
on.
thing. So,
and you
I-
said something that reminded me
I
of
do want to point
Khashoggi.
this out. When Trump was president, we talked about what stupid shit did he do today? What stupid shit did Biden, it's been a 1 month and we're like, what did he pass today? What got through? Who's he going after? We bombed Iran because they bombed us 3 times.
Yep.
Khashoggi. Oh, we're actually going to make the Saudis pay for killing an American resident?
It actually feels like things are moving and things are getting done.
Yeah.
Instead of like undone.
Don't you feel like you've been in a bad relationship for a long time and you don't trust
God.
the new one? I still don't trust
Well,
the new one.
yes, twice.
Yes.
In many ways, yes. What they just opened up tier, I think 1B in Los Angeles.
I'm 1C, right?
I think so. Do you realize that I am 2 vaccination tiers behind you, which is the first time that our
don't
age
even know what
difference.
mine is.
has become-
I'm gonna get I said I want to get a fake ID so I can smack a kid. I said it there, I'm gonna get an update. I'm gonna get a fake ID. No, I'm 65. Swear to God.
They're having that.
Come on, man. I need some Moderna.
They're having problems with people faking IDs. I read
For
that
real?
today.
Yeah, there was
I just read
2
that.
women. Didn't they show up in like
grannies.
with canes and
Yeah.
things like that? It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
There's a bunch of them. They're faking because 1B like opened up food service workers, like even I think service staff. What else?
Teachers.
Teachers. Did your ex?
She just got her first.
Teachers should be
One of
Teachers?
two.
I know.
We should just put teachers
I
like
agree.
listen. If you're a teacher and you can prove you're a teacher, just show up.
Yeah.
Because we need. As we were talking about childcare. I don't want my kid educated. I just want childcare.
Oh, it's totally. Oh my God. We just had this whole thing last night. This local school district wants to reopen the school to have like an after school, like a day, almost like a daycare.
They're not opening up this. It's a daycare.
No, it's
basically.
like they're still having school work from home, doing remote learning, but clearly because of the parents in the area have been claiming or just screaming like, "Get my kids out of my fucking house," that the school district is like just giving them a crumb, some kind of compromise.
So very
You
LA,
can
by
have
the
a
way.
little bit of time.
All right, everybody can come together, even though we're in a viral pandemic. That's okay. Everyone just gather. It's fine. Parents, everybody get together. And all the kids are definitely going to stay 6 feet apart, even though they don't know what fucking 2 feet is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly. They have no concept
They have
of anything.
They're going to wear their masks.
Always.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I
The
said
whole
this-
time.
When they kept
They
saying,
don't take their shirts off when they're.
Is your ex in class? No, she's not in class. It's
No.
virtual.
No.
I saw
At least until next year. Is that
Well, they're trying to do it now. They're trying to start next week.
classroom?
Yeah. Well, this after school thing. So that would be teachers show up, students show up, and after you have
and we have a new variant.
the West Coast
We have
variant.
this new variant that they found in Denmark because Denmark had this spike. they're saying that they've had more cases of children getting it. So whatever's happened now, it's actually mutated so kids are getting it. Fucking
very
awesome.
2020 of you.
I know, dude. It's over. 2020 is over. Quit playing.
Right.
2020 on the comeback tour. So I think teachers just need to get it. But the new variant's coming up. So, and it's moving. That doctor that follows me on Twitter, I can't even pronounce his name. But he did a thread about what's going on, and it's not good, man.
Well, the vaccine is not protecting us against the South African variant, correct? That's what they're finding?
Partial. It's not as much.
It's protecting us against the UK variant, or what they're calling it, but it's not effective against
because
the South
as I talked about it in the Armageddon update, it can go around
protein.
It can actually go around the clonal antibody cocktail. It can actually go around it. It makes it less effective. So yeah, awesome. It's awesome.
We're never gonna work again.
You know what bothers me? Well, we're gonna do some shows here. Coming up. We have 3 shows planned, and Ray's special is done. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
We need to get to some place where just wear your fucking mask. Do you know they said if we all wore our mask for 4 weeks?
Yep.
Except she was just in
over
the
your
South,
fucking nose and mouth.
Yeah, you fucking moron.
Everywhere I went,
that's how air comes out of your face.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna explode.
Whenever any
you know
hole
what it
that
is?
puts out hot air, cover that.
It's passive aggressive is what it is. And I'm the queen of passive aggressive. That's my shit.
Yes, you are.
But this thing is, I'm going to wear it, but I'm not going to really do what I'm supposed to do.
Like,
I'll do
see,
it. I'm going to wear
wearing
it
it.
because you said I had to,
Right.
but I'm still going to give you COVID. That's kind of what they're saying, like everywhere you go. And I was trying to figure out, like, are people that work there not saying pull it over your nose because they're tired, because they're
Because it's
getting
annoying
attacked?
to breathe through it.
Or do they also agree because they're also Southern and stupid? Like, what is it? I was very annoyed this week, I will say. I really avoided people, even in the hospital.
But what people don't understand is all you're doing is giving this thing time to get stronger and figure out how to kill us.
Right.
That's all you're doing.
You Democrat, please, Democrat.
If we don't do anything,
You want this. You
Plandemic.
did this to get rid of Donald
Plandemic.
Trump and to keep everybody home because Democrats don't want to make money or work.
if we did nothing, the fucking COVID would take over. It would just be. It would be like Planet of the Apes, but Planet of the COVID.
No, it will kill.
Walking around.
This new variant the death rate's higher in the new variant too, and so people are just giving it time to develop a better weapon. You're just letting it weapon up. That's all you're doing. It's figuring out.
You're giving it arms and legs,
smarter.
and fucking,
Exactly. It's like
you're giving it a car and
like fuck, COVID.
it's building roads and
Right, kill it. Let's kill it. We gotta kill it before it gets even stronger.
it's evolving.
Yes, it's like it's the Terminator. It just keeps coming, and nobody. I'm paranoid about it. I'm really paranoid about it. I want to get back to work more than anything. Speaking of work, by the way, we are going to actually be doing a show here. I'm doing my new show that I'm writing now. That's coming up. Bombshell's on March 20th. We're going to be showing Alpha Chick, which is it's amazing. It's a 5-camera shoot, guys. So that'll be up on Combustion Live, and then we're actually working on sketches, and Hylinder's contributing ideas. We're going to be doing the second version of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sent some really funny stuff. So we're going to do a lot more sketches this time,
Yep.
which I loved. I really loved
Yeah,
doing that.
it'll be a variety
We've had some
show.
people ask for another George and Gracie as well.
Those are so hard to write, but I do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, we just sat and did that one together.
Yeah.
We were going with the old one that you wrote and then decided the night before? Before we did it.
2 nights before. I was just
Two
like,
nights.
I can't. We were doing it. We were rehearsing the old one, and I was like, this does not address anything that's happened in the last 2 years. So rewrote a whole one. Rewrote the whole thing. I like doing that. I like creating something out of nothing. It was fun.
It was fun. We laughed at our own selves.
We did.
We sat there all night and laughed. We thought we were hilarious.
Can we talk about Alpha Chick? That was shot. We shot that right before COVID. And I just
Right.
wanted
We shot it
to.
literally days before
Right.
the
Yeah.
lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just, it feels like so long ago, but fuck, it was only like this time last year.
Yeah.
Well, we were just
we shot
editing it.
Yeah.
We were finishing it. Did the final pass on it 2 days ago.
It's really good.
And
It's really
man,
fucking good.
Man,
Do you know
I
what's
forgot how
Right, that's
how good it
me
was.
too.
'Cause
Yeah,
we-
You know
oh,
what's
fuck, this is really
weird
funny.
is that I feel like you have been with us forever, don't you?
That was like the first weekend he was
And
with us.
I've been doing tax stuff. Yeah, that was you started in December. We went on a 10-day tour across Hartford.
Yeah, we hired him like on a
Albany.
Wednesday and left on a Thursday. We're like, it's all yours, fucker.
I said to him, "What are we just gonna? Is he gonna work?"
I
He
did
goes,
donuts in the fucking parking
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah, he
with the
goes,
Tesla.
"Why not?"
Probably
He
did.
gave you the clicker, the key. I think we even gave you the code to our house, right?
Do you remember me
And
saying-
you went
Rangers.
to our house.
But he
Yeah,
was a grown ass man. I remember we didn't hire, we were hiring
Yeah,
23.
you vetted me.
He was a grown, I was like, he's a
I've done things.
He's got a
at
kid.
At all. Theo said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
good. I like
Theo,
him." He's
Theo gave him.
But we left him here and called him, and you did a bunch of stuff, shipped us stuff on the road. And so by the time we did Alpha Chick, you had been here, I think 5 or 6 weeks. That was it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we really just were
we
like,
moved our ass, man. That was a tough
Yeah.
that was a tough
Hustled.
That was a tough shit.
Yeah.
I just got back from Grandma Jean's house.
And you keep missing the Equality Act. but
Grandma
okay.
Jean's tumor was 6 inches by 5 inches by 6.5
And
inches,
it
and it
was-
was
how does that
benign.
Boom!
Yes.
But not, yeah,
So-
totally benign.
She's got a lot of other stuff going on, but she is a tough old bird, and she's doing really well. So
She
she's
went
a
through
little
operation.
grumpy.
It was easy. They tested it. It was benign. It's like so many blessings, man.
They didn't have to cut her open.
They didn't
So
have-
I was waiting around all day. I had to drive her to Wilmington, which is like 2.5 hours. It was pouring. Like, I forget southern rain. Holy crap. It was complete blinding. People were pulling off on the sides of the roads, and they live there, not in California,
Here's
but
how
I
bad
had to
it
get
was.
her
Here's
there.
how bad it was. I called you on the drive, and she was
Can't
like,
talk.
She was like, "Hey, again, I'm driving. It's raining really hard. I gotta go."
No,
And I
no,
was
no, no,
like,
no. That's not actually what happened.
Yes.
You started complaining about something that was
No.
very minor to me, and I was annoyed because I was
No.
trying to get an 87-year-old woman to
Quote.
surgery in pouring rain, and I was like, I have to go.
"Quote: I can't see 3 feet in front of me."
But
That's
what were you
said.
complaining
I
about?
wasn't complaining about nothing. I was
Oh,
Ray,
it was
where are
the
my keys?
electrical panel people. It was the electrician, and I was like, "That sounds like a Hollywood problem." I got an
Wait, did you see the
87-year-old
hole
patient
in the
right here.
fucking
No, not
It's
yet.
like there's a hole in my wall, and then shows me a picture. I'm like, there's no wall to have a hole in. It's just,
just. It wasn't a hole. It was just there was a missing wall.
yeah, it's just like wires.
So I had to rebuild the wall.
Anyway, I had precious cargo that had to be there at noon because the surgery was gonna. Anyway, but
She was panicking because of the rain.
I wasn't panicking.
Oh
Honestly,
my God! Can we please up? Boy, you rewrite history better than
I
anybody
honestly
I've ever
wasn't
known.
panicked. I mean, I honestly didn't panic, but I was
Okay.
very stressed and was white knuckling it, very concerned because we were hydroplaning a little bit.
Sounds like that's the word you would describe panic,
Well,
right?
panic-
If you were gonna try, I was white.
I think that's the
knuckling it.
definition of
I
panic.
would-
Let's
yeah,
look at-
you've just
Hey, Siri.
defined panic.
Well, panic is
Definition of
like where
panic?
people are falling
When
apart,
Ray
and
is-
melting down.
Oh.
But
I was on the okay. All right, you're right.
no,
were
you
fine.
just annoyed me because you wanted to complain, and I felt like my complaint was more important in that moment.
You always feel that.
No, I don't. It's usually yours. You're the headliner. You get to headline with your complaints all the time. But that particular day, I was like, I'm headlining.
I do have a complaint today. I have a complaint today.
Okay.
And I want to know, guys, right in this.
My point
does it-
being
yeah.
that I was saying was I was with Grandma, and I was reminded of how much she loves Butcher Box, sort of Grandma Jean's favorite company.
She's a criminal when it comes to Butcher Box. She tries to steal stuff and fly it back across the country.
She takes
In her
other
purse.
people's
We need to
butcher
sign
boxes.
her
We didn't just
pocketbook.
sign her up for Butcher Box because she's like, I'm taking a roast home. How the fuck you taking a roast home on the plane? What
Yeah,
are you
Grandma
talking-
doesn't sign up for Butcher Box. She just steals.
She just steals ours.
She
yes.
tells people she has Butcher Box, but she hasn't ever paid.
She has it in possession
It is
on her
Exactly.
person.
Exactly. I'm Butcher Box adjacent.
It's your Norman Rockwell
Yeah,
bleeding
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
We didn't win the first place ribbon.
Yeah, we didn't win the blue ribbon, but we have it in our possession. We went to the father-son picnic. We didn't win the first place ribbon, but we have it in our possession.
That's Grandma. So Butcher Box, really awesome company, top level. We researched a lot of these before we started using one. 100% grass-fed finished beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, wild-caught salmon.
Chicken is so good.
They
That's all
have
good, but I love the
nitrate-free bacon, sugar and nitrate-free. They've sort of been cycling through, and I've been watching. They had lobster last week.
Yeah, people, if you get it, you got to kind of go back
Stay on
to
top of it.
Stay on top of it because
Yeah.
like all something will come up.
supply.
You're like, oh shit, and then if you hit it, get it or it's gone.
And they get runs, like rushes on them. So sometimes they sell out of things. No added antibiotics or hormones ever. Each box has 9 to 11 pounds of meat, which is like 24 individual meals. Packed fresh, shipped frozen, vacuum sealed, so you can just throw it right into the freezer. Super affordable, way more affordable than going to the grocery store locally and doing it. It's like, I think like $6 a meal it would average out to. It's really cheap for really high quality product.
Agreed.
So this is a limited time, so do it when you hear this. ButcherBox is offering new members 2 New York strip steaks and 1 pack of bacon for free in your first box. All you have to do to get that is go to butcherbox.com/Titus. That's butcherbox.com/Titus to get 2 free New York strip steaks and 1 pack of bacon in the very first box. I love this company. This company is awesome.
I think COVID has taught us that when you get a company that handles its shipping well and gives you a good product, I realize that I don't need anybody.
That's the thing. And I don't need to go anywhere.
Well,
ever
that's
again.
I think,
or is that just me?
I think it's going to screw the economy down the road for the brick and mortar stores. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's going to be a change. But this happened in 1918 too. The economy changed, and then we had this crazy boom.
Like permanently changed.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, a lot of those, business owners transition. I have known people that did things this way, like us, only could be in person to do shows. And then because of this, we were like, oh, wait, no, we need to figure out a way to do this virtually so people can be safe, they can be at home.
And do it better. CombustionLive.com.
I'm gonna take yoga. I'm gonna bake bread. I'm gonna go keto and I'm gonna read in bed. We're gonna be better people during quarantine.
What are you looking at?
You know Kathy's granddaughter Harper, don't you?
I sure do. Hi. Welcome to my show. She's just going to have a parade of people. And here's your cousin. And you remember Bob, right? And then at the end of it, someone's dead.
But I did not know that koalas had chlamydia. I didn't even know koalas went to Coachella. Thank you. Yes, we can still make silly jokes at this time. Don't be afraid to be silly.
Yeah, so it's all in your form. I like to do a lot of long strokes like this. That's how I got these calves right here. All right? Oh, yeah. I love to spin. Y'all better get on your bike right now. Come on. Get off your couch and work out. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get off your bike. Did you used to weigh 125 pounds pre-COVID? Get on your bike. God dang it. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going home until I get at least 50 pounds off.
Mental illness.
Prepare to fly, little birds. So come on down to Diggs Laser Tag.
And Tommy.
So it got weird sometimes.
Weird? Your mother drugged us on Thanksgiving. Your father got arrested for drunk driving on television.
You're going to add
That's an
music
ad. Yes.
with the eyebrow.
Cut to the trailer.
When he does his one eyebrow, can you go?
That's right. Cut to the trailer. Do it.
I love it. Okay. Go ahead. Equality Act.
Equality Act. So the Equality Act passed. Rand Paul today, I was driving and I was listening to Rand Paul, and he kept saying the word genital mutilation.
That was hard. Yeah.
Genital mutilation over and over again.
Who was saying this now?
Rand Paul.
Rand
Who's the
Paul.
biggest.
Rand Paul.
By the way,
Weird guy.
Rand Paul's neighbor, I want to hug him because he beat the shit out of him one day. Just like the guy's such a douchebag. And he's talking to this. We have an elected representative right now who's the first trans
No. Well,
On the
not
cabinet.
confirmed. Biden has
So they're
Dr.
interviewing-
Rachel.
So he's interviewing them to confirm. These are the confirmation
Senate hearings, yeah.
And he keeps going, the WHO has said genital mutilation is bad. And he keeps talking to this trans person and he keeps saying genital mutilation. And I just want to go.
Why? Like trying to get a rise out of her?
Genital
or him?
mutilation
Or-
is when in Africa they were snipping off women's clitoris so they couldn't feel pleasure during sex.
I feel like snip is sort of a fun word. Like, could
It's
you
the opposite of
say-
genital mutilation. What happened? I gave it a little trim. Little snip.
Could
He
you
snipped her
say
vagina.
hacking,
Yeah, there
sawing?
you go. I guess sawing. There you go.
Slaughtering.
Mutilated.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what it means. And I was listening to this thing, and then I was listening to her respond, and I have to say something about. Everybody has an opinion about trans people, but I got today something I never really understood. People don't pick being trans because it's cool, hip, or because they're getting special treatment. If anything, when you become trans, 30% of trans people have unemployment, are less likely to be employed. 30% of
1 in
trans,
3 homeless.
1 in 3 homeless. They're like
Suicide rate is.
So what I got was no one chooses trans.
They're not gaming the system.
Yeah. There's no upside. They're
you know what
doing
it is?
because that's who they are.
Yeah.
They're honestly, this is who I am. I can't stop it. Sorry.
And they're like, I've lived with this for so long, and now I have to
Exactly.
tell Ken that I am.
Wait, hold on.
Wait
No,
a
that's
minute.
not
What just happened?
trans. You're getting confused.
Oh, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
gay,
something
and
different.
then- yeah, this is different. It's not all about you, Ken.
Right.
So
Let me get out of my.
Can you
you
give
got to
him a
tone it
hug?
down, dude. I know you have a deep connection to this.
You know, honestly,
I'm just saying.
if COVID
you
hadn't
could have just said
happened-
something fucking earlier. I get that part.
If
I
COVID
understand.
hadn't happened at the very moment that he finally got his freedom, then he wouldn't be so bitter. But we do understand your bitterness.
Yeah, okay,
and
I
we
do-
see you,
Mhm. Oh.
and we're here for you.
I do see
and your
that-
feelings have a color.
Oh, okay.
Okay, your
Appreciate
feelings are
I feel
red
better.
right now.
They're red and hot, bright red.
Yeah, we want to get you to a light blue.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that now.
DEF
Here's,
CON?
here's what I'll say
Visualize your feelings.
is that I do understand that maybe that the only thing I would say negative about trans people is come out as soon as possible so you don't rip the hearts out of everybody or confuse them for many
She
years.
wasn't trans, you idiots.
No,
it's
I
not
know,
the
you're right.
same thing.
But either or, come
you
out.
morons.
I know it's not the same thing. Well, by the way, I will accept I'm a moron about this area. I will accept I'm a moron. But I really got today, though, that nobody picks it to, like you said, game the system.
And
No one's trying to get, oh man, if I do this, guess what I get? Bonuses. No,
And you don't
don't.
usually hear that from people that they're probably projecting.
Yeah,
they're the
I would
ones
like
that are gaming the system.
revisit this topic next week because I am very interested in this. And what I really want to do is read the whole bill. Because what I do find interesting, I was just reading that, and I don't mean, and let me be very clear by saying that trans people deserve the same rights that everyone gets, period. That's the
That's
end
not
of
even,
that
that
discussion.
doesn't need to be said.
Yeah, well, it actually does need to be
Well,
said.
it does because a lot of people are dickheads and they don't
Right.
just. And why?
Human rights,
Can I
basic
have
human
one more
rights for
question?
everyone.
Before you
What?
continue? Why do you give a shit? Like, I don't give a shit
This
who
is,
you.
but see, this is
but
why I want
do
to
you-
revisit this because it is a very nuanced.
No, why does anybody care what anybody else does in the bedroom?
It's not. I think that we should revisit this because I do want to read this.
I
We
hate
had a
this part.
couple.
This is like I'm dealing with a lawyer at this point. Your Honor, I'd like to revisit this next week in the next hearing.
Would
Can we have
table
another-
this discussion?
Exactly. It feels
Like,
weird.
oh,
Like this is a podcast.
you're gonna ramp up?
There is no. We're not passing there's no legislation at the end of the
Because
podcast.
I don't. I want to see what. I want to read what the bill says. What you and I have learned over and over again is that a lot of things that are put in bills have
and something like this triggers fucking everybody.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I'm seeing that we did have like some House Republicans that voted in 2019 to support it, and then they changed their vote yesterday, and it was not because they don't think that trans people need equal rights. It was Lee Stefanik and Mario Diaz-Balart of Florida. It's because of some things in the bill, and that's why I want to read it because I can't really say anything on that without reading the bill, but period, trans people deserve equal
weren't we
rights.
talking about, you and I were talking earlier about, they were saying, this may or may not be, I don't know, but that it's okay for kids
That's what I want
to
to read
have
about.
hormone therapy.
To prevent puberty.
To prevent puberty and stuff because they've identified
And to have
but here's my
surgery
thing.
while they're still minors.
My kid can't decide like to where like he put his pants on backwards once. Like I don't think a child gets to, I think, and we were talking, I don't think if it's just trans, like if you feel that way, great. But I think everybody should have to wait till 18 for a boob job, for lip injections, for
a tattoo.
A tattoo.
I mean, something
like it's kind of
These are old people talking, by the way. Like if I had heard this when I was 15, I would have been like, "Oh my god, these people."
Were you happy that when you get your nose piercing and stuff?
14.
And,
Clearly, I'm happy.
And you're happy with
it.
So you think you made a good decision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
I think you're one of the outliers in terms of
course. But I at that time I was the daughter of a Marine. I've always been very pragmatic, and I did not get a tattoo. And I said this to my friend when she got full sleeves at 15 without telling her parents that, oh yeah, she's fully sleeved now.
She
legs,
eventually told
arms,
them.
everything.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
saw it. Yeah.
Show
in July.
But I said to her then, I said, I can't change my mind about a tattoo, but my nose ring I can take out. Even then,
It's
I was
reversible.
like,
Yes.
very,
But that's what I'm saying is that, like, I think maybe not 18, maybe 16, maybe you have to be enough developed mind enough to
not be a minor, I think, so that you're not doing what your parents think or want, but that you're making your own decisions. And gosh, if I do already live with decisions I made when I was a teenager, and they were awful, and they sort of direct the rest of your life, which is really a bad
and
joke.
maybe I'm being dumb. Let me go to the other side of that. Maybe I'm being dumb because if you know, I mean, everybody that, any of my friends that are gay, they knew, or what, who they were when they were 5. They knew. I knew I wanted to be a comedian when I was 5, which is not a gender. It's not a gender. I know.
But
I know. I thought it was for a long time.
You're trying.
I'm trying, man.
It's
I'm
okay.
right. So I'm game the system. But maybe I'm not. It just seems to me to have a medical procedure as a child, an irreversible medical procedure as a child, that's not health based, seems to be a little aggressive.
I would love to hear if anybody that listens to this
I would like to insight
and
on
has
this.
personal experience. I would love some insight into it.
You know what's an interesting one is circumcision. That
What just happened? We just got. Hi, welcome to the off ramp.
Speaking of genital mutilation,
that it's almost the opposite, where parents are deciding to mutilate.
Correct.
When obviously a birth.
My dad's parents didn't decide that, and that's why he had one at 69.
What?
Yeah.
No
Didn't
way.
you watch my special repeatedly?
He was working on sound. He was listening. For
Wait.
sound. Yeah, that there's a bit.
It's when he said I finally took up. Yeah, I wasn't making that up. Really, it's all. By the way, we don't make this shit up. We tell our real lives on stage. Yes.
So by the way, he lived with the wisdom of living with that for his whole life, and then decided at an age when he barely used it, was like, nope.
You don't know. He might have used it.
Maybe. His nickname was
Captain Crank.
Captain Crank. So yeah.
In the Marine Corps.
In the Marine Corps. When your nickname is not mocking, that means you're right. Yeah.
We don't need
Maverick,
to talk about this anymore.
Iceman, Captain Crank.
Okay. Why does my dad have to be Captain Crank? Other people got Maverick. I got Captain Rope. We can move on from that. What was your point about circumcision?
Never mind.
About how parents just decide.
Are you mad about circumcision as well?
I
as
am.
a gay woman?
Yes.
Isn't that a health issue? It's a health issue, right? So yeah, I mean,
it caused him problems.
And yeah, there's a
quote. You don't want to know.
But he was able to. But he was able to decide that late in life
At 69.
as an adult. At 69.
Wouldn't you wish at 69 though it had already been done?
Yes,
it's like wisdom teeth. I'm living with wisdom teeth that I know I'm going to be sorry about.
Because I think I want to be put out for this. I don't want to be. And by the way, who's doing it? And can I not look you in the face?
Should we keep going? Because there's a lot of material in here.
He's like, he turned into C-3PO. I have many jokes on this.
We can move on. Yeah, so that's all we have to say for this week. We've enjoyed being with you. And
by the way, if you do have some insight into this, we would like to hear about it. Again, I always want to make an educated decision. You know what? Mr. Potato Head. That's what I want to talk about. I want to add it. This was one of those eye rolly things that this is when I go, the left fucks up too, and they're always doing it to be inclusive. I will say they're always doing it to be inclusive. Hasbro, the toy company, changed the name of Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head. But as you pointed out,
to make him non-gender specific.
But there was also a Mrs. Potato Head.
Right. But that wasn't changed? Mrs. is still Mrs.?
I think it's just now
it's just Potato Head.
So there's only one now.
Who knows?
Just one potato?
But I just think...
So it's just a lonely potato
And then on the other side
with two different genitals that you can stick on?
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong for both of you?
Or you can put both genitals.
What's wrong with men, right? Like you guys should have your own potato head doll. It's okay.
Yeah.
And there was never a time that as a woman with everything that we have been left out of, that I thought, we really should be a potato head. I'm fine with
it's part of that just
potato
big
head.
movement of down with men. We don't like a lot of the things that you guys have
I don't
done.
want that.
And, I'm sure it'll kind
I
of
like you guys.
even out
I
a little
like
bit.
men. I think
It's not even that. I just think everybody's like, we don't want to offend anybody. Again, when the right fucks up, it's usually we hate everybody and it's all ours. When the left fucks up, it's like we want to include everybody and let's all share it.
which is equally annoying.
At the extreme.
Just stop. It's just a freaking potato head. Like, no, women, we don't need to be a potato head. We'd prefer not to be a potato head. You guys can head
You're
that.
not helping really anybody.
It's not
except-
changing. You're just annoying everyone.
You're only offending Irish
unless
people.
you're trying to reinvigorate sales, because no one, now that they have
true.
video games, no one wants a plastic potato that you can plug lips into, which could
and then
be...
you have to make it. You have to come up with a potato voice. Yeah, it's
the dumbest thing
Well, it's
ever.
like I said Samuel Jackson can't say motherfucker anymore. He has to say person fucker.
That was funny.
It's like it doesn't. None of this solves any of society's problems.
Yeah.
At all. There's nothing changing Potato Head, Mr. Potato, the Potato Head is going to help society in any way, shape, or form.
No, we could all focus on the fact that 500,000 people have died from
There
COVID.
you go. How about that? What
Or
is
whatever.
Hasbro doing for COVID?
Exactly.
Now you make Mr. Potato Head a doctor, or make Mrs. Potato Head a doctor, and she gives vaccinations.
Sure.
There you go.
They probably changed it because 5 people on their Instagram account were like, "How dare you?" And they're like, "Oh boy," and then they
That's
changed
the
it.
dumbest thing ever. I think everybody needs hobbies. That's what I think. Just everybody get a hobby. You won't have time. Oh, volunteer. Everybody volunteer. Because when you volunteer, your world view becomes much larger and you stop focusing on dumb shit. All right. It's been fun. See you guys next week.
All right, I guess we're wrapping up. Bombshell's decided to wrap the podcast up. We're not going to be doing news today because you got nothing. We've done all the news.
We've gone forever. And yeah. We have a dishwasher coming and my phone is blowing up.
We have a dishwasher coming to the house, so we have to go.
That's
Guys,
because I, as the daughter of my Marine father, discovered homeowners insurance that we were forced to pay for when we bought the house. And I decided a week before it expired to tax them for that.
I have a freezer in the garage years old. That's how old I am.
I am. This shower sure feels slippery years old.
Guys, thanks for watching and listening. Do me a favor, go to ChristopherTitus.com. If you want to get any of my DVDs, we will sign them. We will send them to you. Go to Christopher Titus TV to watch all 8 of my specials. Also, we did 2 episodes at ChristopherTitus.com. We did 2 episodes of the Titus Show finale. And Bombshell's in it, and Hylinder's in it too. Go get it. We did have to pay the cast, and we paid everybody, so it's $7.50 for 2 episodes. Enjoy it. If you love the show, you can also see all the episodes on Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Also, you can get our new shirts for 2021, our vaccination shirts.
There's now we need a vaccine for stupid.
Yeah.
I love those shirts. Those are available on ChristopherTitus.com. Yep. And
I don't know why I'm rushing to wrap up. We're not going to
yeah,
a
you
commercial.
just no, you just
Our sponsors
I don't have an earpiece in
We
my
were
mind.
both like,
Hey,
what?
Titus, wrap it up. You got a minute and a half, and then we got to go to commercial.
yeah. So and also these shows will be up. We'll be tweeting those out.
Yeah, but on
posting
Monday,
those.
the next 3 shows will be up. We're going to do my whole new show, which I've been working on now, and
Yep.
then we're going to
Later.
do Bombshell's show, and
Yep.
then we're going to be doing another episode of Us.
Yep.
I'm excited. Scared though. I'm always scared. Is it funny? I don't know. For myself, Bombshell Ray, the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out. I would like a yodel.
There could be only one. There could be only one.
Give it to us. Give us the full.
Only one. Only
Don't
one.
help him. Don't help him.
Only one.
Oh my God.
Wait, no, let it go.
Podcast.
Wait.
I'm trying to get the different.
Only
You're
one,
late.
only one, only long.
Titus podcast. I was trying to get that out.
Oh my God. We have to edit
That is
that
Paul.
out.
What is the thing where it rolls? Yodel, yodel,
Yodel, yeah.
Titus podcast. Podcast. It needs L's. You need L's in there.
We need some
You
goddamn
need to put some L's in it.
Okay, say.
Oh, God, can you let him go?
I feel like a loser.
I feel like a there. L's.